Hello, good day to you. It's me, Andy, and this is Andy Wright Travel with some breaking news. Now, you'll be reading the title of this, Thai Princess in Coma, and you'll be thinking what relevance of this is got to do with the actual story I want to talk about. Because this story came out in December. In fact, the article was widely shared. You can see eldest daughter of Thai king hospitalised with heart problem. So she had a heart issue and was taken ill. She's 44 years old and was unconscious. This was obviously December reported. It was a fact that she was flown to Bangkok after her condition stabilised. She is one of 3 children who have formal titles. The princess has done work with the United Nations and has served Thailand as ambassador to Austria, Slovenia and Slovakia. She was attending a working dog championship when she lost consciousness. She's been treated in Bangkok hospital and undergoing treatment and checks on her condition. So, who is this lady? Well, you can see that if you have a look at Wikipedia, it's not very reliable, but it does give you the relevant information. Wikipedia is not the best research tool, however, because it can be changed and it doesn't always give you correct information. However, as far as I can tell, it is correct in this case. This is the Wikipedia site. I'm not even going to try and say her name because I'll ruin it. So she's also known as Princess Patty and 44 years old. She was the first grandchild of King Bhumibol and Queen Sirikit of Thailand, only one of 7 children, and basically she is a ambassador for Thailand to various countries and working on behalf of the United Nations as well. So that is who she is, and she's currently in, well, I don't know if she's still there, but the story I want to talk about is following on from this. Now, there will be people out there who get to this point of the video and go, oh, here we go, because I have done videos on this subject before, and it is controversial. Unfortunately, we can't really talk about it on YouTube because of the censorship. It will, if I do mention the words that I want to mention, then we're likely to get a strike and the video will be removed. So what we're going to do is we're going to discuss the rest of it on my Odyssey channel, Andy Wright Travel. I'll put a link in the comment section. Now, it's a bit inconvenient, I know, but if you want to hear the rest of the story, you're going to have to go over there because that is the only way that I can legitimately tell you what I'm going to tell you. And it is quite serious because it's a new story that you will not hear anywhere else. It's controversial because a lot of you out there watching this may have had the opportunity to have a medical treatment that you felt obliged to have, either because you felt that you needed it, i.e. information that you were receiving from the government implied that you should have it, or that you had it to travel. Certainly Thailand was one of the countries that required you to have this medical treatment in order to. Unfortunately, there are a lot of people that wanted to go to Thailand for a holiday, decided that they didn't want to have this medical treatment and therefore did not go for 2 years. It was only last May when things opened up and Thailand allowed people back in who didn't have the medical treatment, but obviously they put things in place to help you to prove that you were free of any sort of problems. So obviously last year was quite a crucial time in Thailand's tourism industry. It opened up during the summer, and of course I went back in October as well, and it was pretty much normal in terms of tourism coming back in. Obviously since then we've had Christmas, and of course the reports are that tourism has shot up, and one report I read stated that Pattaya had exceeded the sort of numbers of pre-COVID. So that's good news, in fact, that businesses are doing quite well, even though a lot of them have disappeared. Now, why are we discussing this? Well, unfortunately, we're going to have to tell you to go over to Odyssey. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to go over to Odyssey right now and continue the story that I want to talk about. And of course, I actually think Odyssey is quite good in the fact that it's easier to use for me, and it has less restriction. There is no censorship as such, and they don't sort of remove your videos just because you said something they don't like. And quite literally, that is what's happening, just because they don't like it. And the claims are that it's misinformation. Well, as far as I tell, the only misinformation is coming from the government. That's how it works. And if you don't believe me, then do some research on all of what I'm saying, because, you know, don't take my word for it, because I'm just the person that's researched this. My opinion is my own, based on what I know and what I've learnt. I may not be a medical qualified doctor or anything like that, but I do have a brain. I can understand the written word. I can do some research. I know how to type in search queries. And if you want to do the same, instead of just being blindly following, you can go and do your own thing and find out your own information. However, a word of warning, okay, there is a lot of so-called fact check in the regard of preventing misinformation. Well, as I said, the only real misinformation is coming from the government sources. Unfortunately, that's how it is. That's how it will be. Propaganda is big business. Certainly, there is an article out at the moment in the UK regarding a army-based unit which is called 77 Brigade. It's head of that is Tobias Elwood, who's an MP, is also known and been talking about this for 2 years. 77 Brigade are now proven to have been spying and preventing so-called people from talking out about any subject whatsoever. So if you have an opposing opinion, they were there. Of course, YouTube are also censoring as well, based upon guidelines which they've imposed. And again, these are arbitrary. They are opinion, and they are so-called to prevent misinformation, which is fair enough, providing of course that information that you're getting is correct. Then does it matter where it comes from? So beware that when you go and search for this stuff, that you're typing in whatever search engine you're using, there will be fact checkers waiting for you to say, no, they're wrong, they are conspiracy theorists. Well, you can call me what you like, I don't mind. It's no skin off my nose what you call me. But what I want to end with is whatever I tell you is based upon research, based upon the truth. It's not making it up. I don't make this stuff up for my health. There will be some people out there who will decide that they don't want to listen to me. That's fair enough. They've obviously got their mind made up. So I've talked for a long time. Let's go over to Odyssey and continue the story.